could be a dream. Shaboom. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today is Monday, September 11th, a date that holds great significance in our nation's history.
On this day, we remember the tragic events of 2001 when our country faced a devastating attack. We'll begin today's show with a moment of silence to honor the lives lost on that fateful day. Thank you. Girls Varsity Golf has a match today at 1 p.m. versus Quartz Hill at Vista. Juniors registration for the PSAT closes September 15th and can be accessed on the West Ranch ASB online store.
Most of us did not experience the national tragedy that occurred 22 years ago.
Mr. O'Brien told us a story of September 11th to capture what it was like for a generation that lived through this event.
I was living in Santa Clarita at that time and teaching at Hart High School. That's where I started. And it was in the morning, of course. And I remember watching it, and it was just a sense of disbelief, of surreality. There was nothing to judge this against. This wasn't like anything else that had ever happened in my lifetime. So there was no reference point. There was nothing to say, this is very much like this other thing. So even though later on there would be a sense of horror, at the moment it was sheer disbelief. It was unreality. And it was the idea that we all knew nothing would ever be the same again. And nothing was. We went to work, tried to understand what was happening for the behalf of our students who also didn't understand, but none of us did. None of us knew what it meant. None of us knew if there will be more. None of us knew that even if America would survive. And here we are as teachers, meant to provide stability, support, and a sense of everything's going to be okay when we ourselves didn't know that. Once we finally understood what had happened, that's when the horror set in of the incredible death and destruction that had been wrought upon us. The idea of revenge or taking out our frustrations on some other country, that would come much later. In the immediate aftermath of the attack, it was a sense of horror, a sense of leaning against a door you thought was closed and in fact it's open, and stumbling into the next room. As if you had been told some truth that changed your entire outlook on life. That's what it was like when those few days and weeks happened.
Cats, that's all for today's show.
May we always remember and honor those impacted by the events of 9/11.
Never forget Wildcats.
Have a great day.